All right, hello everybody. This is your daily tarot card reading from Born Without Boundaries. Let's see how long it lasts over on Instagram today. I want to say thank you everybody for getting back to me and letting me know that this was an Instagram wide difficulty or blip. A lot of times I take things personally that I shouldn't be taking personally. So I'm really grateful for your support. This is a message for everyone who's drawn to hear it. Hey, St. Bernard Whiskey. So if you're drawn to be here, then you should be here. And that means, sometimes you will be and sometimes you won't be. But I'm grateful for your participation. What's up, Tree? I hope you did get to catch yesterday's daily. I went live on YouTube on Astrology Motivation. Which is where I end up posting the dailies anyway after I'm done with them. So ultimately, you can always check over there if it hasn't come out over here. And I really don't know what else to say. This has been kind of a difficult week for me. It's I just feel very pop-offish and it's strange. But I gotta go with the flow. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of readjusting that I have to get back to after traveling. Everything seems boring. Everything seems like, I don't know, like the bloom is off the rose. Just because there's not the amount of stimulus that there is when you're on vacation. And I just love being on the road and on vacation. I love traveling. So I'm just sort of readjusting to being home right now. I'm really grateful that you guys are arrived. How are you guys doing? So where is the moon today? Today is Tuesday and the moon is in Gemini. The moon will transfer into Cancer late afternoon, early evening tomorrow. So right now it is in Gemini, strong in Gemini, and it's a day of harvest. And everywhere I keep seeing memes pop up. Take care of yourself today. Today is a day of self-care, self-appreciation. Thanks, everybody. Hey, what's up? Hi, guys. Gemini Moon here. What's up, Gemini Moon? So this is your lunar return. This is a good check-in, sort of emotional check-in to see where you're at and maybe if you finished out cycles, if things hurt as bad as they used to, if things interest you as much as they used to. Not interest here, but interest here. It's a good check-in period. When we have our lunar return. So what's up? I'm okay. I saw your Scorpio video you posted, really hit home. I'm glad that it resonated. Thank you so much. Scorpio views are still very, very low, but I'm just tired of thinking about it. So, but I appreciate that you appreciated it. Hey, Gee. Let's see, where do I have to go? Maybe I don't have to go anywhere. Maybe I just have to read the cards. That sounds good, right? Yeah, so I've been posting these little excerpts, just little blurbs, whether it's on Astrology Motivation or Born Without Boundaries Tarot or over here. I've been posting these little blurbs of just sort of break-ins to your day about how to manifest and reminders of how to manifest and how to get yourself unstuck from ruts that you may feel that you're stuck in. How to change your mind, whether it be making lists and doing the lists or doing jumping jacks just to like get out of your, for me, that's the way I get out of my head, is I get into my body. Getting into my body has always been able to help me get into my head. So that's just something that I found to be extremely helpful to me. But it doesn't have to help everybody. Everybody's not like that. Another way is to just make your bed in the morning, to make sure that the dishes don't stay in the sink, but they get loaded into the dishwasher. Little things like this help you understand that, help you keep yourself on point and help you get yourself unstuck from feeling like nothing's happening, nothing's manifesting, and nothing's coming true, because it isn't true. It really isn't. So let's get into the reading. Part of me is happy that views are down, simply because I hope that means that people are out living their life and they are not stuck having to watch a video, even every single week. They're not stuck. They can just like breathe in the real life and the true life. And that makes me feel like, yay, this was the purpose of the energy, right? This was the purpose of Born Without Boundaries, to help people get to a better place in themselves and in their lives. I just hope that it's not because they are stuck and they've given up hope. So there's a sense of something in the past coming up where we've lost faith, we've disconnected. And it's interesting because it's the first card out, which means it's supposed to sit over here, but it wants to sit over here. That makes me think that there's an energy about us right now that wants us to think there's no hope in the future because of where we are right now. And that energy is a lie. It's a lie, because there's going to be a huge breakthrough, especially after this week. This week is really wonky. But as we hit the middle of Leo season, you're going to see that things start to be clarified and doorways start to open up. So the idea that we're stuck, this is deception. And it's deception because somebody doesn't want to relinquish control. Okay, I don't know if this is happening in your life, but that's definitely going on in the cosmos. Then we have another card here. This is being guarded, being defensive. Don't trust it, is what this is saying. Don't trust this mentality that everything is against you, that things are disconnected and things are going crazy. Don't trust that. Things are readjusting right now and they feel uncomfortable, but they're not. This is losing passion for something. This is also very selfish energy. In other words, this energy of just of thinking only of how things is impacting you and not looking at the bigger picture. Or just a sense of too self-consumed, too self-absorbed. It could be a fire sign in your life, Sagittarius, Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. It's just very self-consumed, and there's just this sense of feeling like, I would say, defend yourself. This is heartbreak, disappointment. Somebody is broken, somebody is disappointed. Maybe what they wanted to happen isn't happening, and so there is that sense of anger, angst, disappointment. But we have this new opportunity on the horizon, maybe a new job offer, maybe a new way to make money, maybe just a new person coming into your life, but there is something new coming into your life. And then the central energy sits as the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is a very open energy. She's open-hearted, she's giving, she's caring. She doesn't worry about what she gets back because she knows that her cup is full, and that's okay. She's not scared about giving. This is maybe speaking too quickly, charging into something too quickly. You're gung-ho, you're enthusiastic about it. It's progressive energy, but it's also a little bit naive. Not really realizing it's a sense of you want to do the best, you just may not know how to go about doing it. And then we have the Queen of Swords, which means you go from this knight to this queen. In other words, we are developing and we are making progress. And sometimes the only way you can make progress is in the process, right? Is just throw yourself into it, get yourself going, and just figure it out as you go. I don't necessarily think that that's the best energy. Well, maybe when the moon is in Gemini, because these are all swords here. Our thoughts have a lot to do with... I'm sorry about that, guys. Our thoughts have a lot to do with how things are playing out right now. She is clarity, and with her mental clarity, she can make the impossible happen. Okay, let's keep shuffling. So we have the Four of Pentacles, which is being very conservative with finances, watching your finances and appreciating what you have. It's also could be financial stability, but it could also be greed. And then we have the Emperor here, which is the inner workings of what makes things happen, of what makes things tick. Being grounded and creating this sense of truth and reality through your passions. Remember, the Emperor is Aries energy. Some sort of, you know what's interesting? You might be getting information that you don't know how to make sense out of yet, but you will. By the end of the day, you will. And then we have the Ten of Swords, but in reverse. And that's really wonderful, which is looking at something that used to be very negative and realizing how positive it is, how good it is, how how abundant it is. Being able to heal from a total ending, a total failure. You know, this is also a sense of allow yourself to not be afraid of the total ending, of the total failure. Because what's on the other side of that? Success, something new. It's like you got to let something old end in order for something new to happen. Okay. This is the Knight of Cups. There's a new offer. There's a new offer, maybe of love on the table. There's that 10 of Pentacles. A new offer of togetherness. Two people realizing they didn't want to be alone. They'd lost faith. Somebody had lost faith. Somebody had lost faith. And this is the King of Wands here. So this is a fire or an energy or a confidence returning. Somebody had lost faith. So this is what came out. The Knight of Cups and the togetherness coming together. Somebody had lost faith. This is the 5 of Pentacles. On this side, it's really about losing faith. Losing faith, maybe you have money still, but there's a lack of enthusiasm. There's a lack of connection to God. There's just a lack of faith. And then we have the King of Wands, which is confidence. He embodies confidence. He embodies creativity. So this is almost a sense of, I just did the Capricorn reading. A big theme was needing other people, needing to connect to other people to be able to make the next steps. Because all by yourself, this is the only 5 of Pentacles card that I've ever seen where the guy is by himself. All by yourself, you really don't have anything. You really don't have anything. So it's about reaching out and connecting to other people. So looking at the cards, I've got the High Priestess and the 9 of Wands, which is wounded warrior, defensive. Even like a sense of trying to heal or come back from a huge disappointment or a major quake in the universe, right? A major shakeup, a feeling of a loss of faith and imbalance that happened, and maybe people being defensive and staying away from each other. And then we have, but it's a selfish desire. This sense of it's a wrong choice. Let's put it that way, because the Knight of Wands is here, and he's in reverse. So that's just like selfish mentality. Selfish mentality because of mourning, because of grief, because of sorrow. And I know that sounds really horrible for me to call that selfish, but it's true. It's like, I don't want to lose something, so I'm gonna block this. I'm gonna block everything because I don't want to lose something again. And then there's the something new coming through. It's interesting. You know, there's hope even when the time seems the darkest. That's what's appearing in front of me. Because there is a cry to remain open to it. That's our central energy, which is this Queen of Cups. Trying something, you know, getting ahead of ourselves a little bit, trying something even before we were completely ready. But that's because we needed to have a new direction that goes beyond what we're safe with. And there's a sense of freedom and connection that comes from trying something new and taking chances. This is a new offer of love. This could be two people coming together in order to not compile, I'm sorry guys, I've just been completely fucked up right now. To pool their resources. It's almost like coming together to pool your resources. That's what this is. And you have 2 10s here too, which is a completion of it. It's an accomplishment. It's an achievement. Ten of Swords is in reverse, which is really wonderful, which means, hey, you know what? We don't feel like such shit anymore. It's almost like leaving behind those things that leaving behind what is this Five of Pentacles? I need to understand it. What is that Five of Pentacles? You're comparing, I understand. You're comparing what you had in the past. That's why there's a sense of poverty. But you're not really impoverished. You really do have a lot. And there's a lot that you can build on and grow from. And this is beautiful. Another 10. A fulfillment of a cycle. Finally something being fulfilled. If you stop looking back and comparing it to what you had, the Six of Cups energy is what came out to clarify the Five of Pentacles. The sense of just focused on what you're losing is not helping, or idolizing the past when the past was really just the beginning. You know, even if the past was secure, there's a need to move on from it. Do you remember The Alchemist? I come back to this a lot because it's just like the perfect metaphor. If you remember The Alchemist and you remember reading it, there's a part where he has a really good life. He's making really good money for the first time after he's been through a lot of shit. You know, money is regular and he's successful and he's well known and his boss really appreciates him. But there's this nagging inside of his heart, and it's like, you got to get going. Why would I leave this? Why would I leave the security of this? Because this isn't my dream. This isn't your dream come true. What you're having right now, if it's unraveling, is because it's not what's meant for you. There's something that is coming that you have, and there's a journey that you still have to get on. And in the book, he has to move on. He follows his heart. He knows you know what he loses? He walks away with a pocket full of money. He loses it all. He doesn't lose it all. It gets stolen. But he eventually comes around and finds and finally meets this alchemist that takes him to the end of the journey. And the end of the journey isn't even the end of the journey. It's just what leads him back to where he began, which is who he started out as and where he started out. But now he can see it in a different way, and the treasure is right there. But it's interesting because he needed to meet the woman that he was going to fall in love with and make a family with. You know, he was in love with the wrong one in the beginning. He needed to meet the right one, so he needed to go on this path. He needed to understand his values and his gifts and his talents. The journey is important for the reason of the journey. It's not just about what you get at the end, and realizing that you get so much more at the end. You know, he have dug up that treasure in the beginning? Whatever, say he did. He wouldn't have met the woman of his dreams. He wouldn't have met the merchant who taught him so much. He wouldn't have known his own strength. There's so much that he wouldn't have had if he had just found the money or the treasure or what the universe could give. It's like, what could he give himself? He needed to find that before he realized where the treasure was, number one. And number two, that means that at the end of the day, you're going to have so much more than what you even imagined you'd have, because the journey gives you gifts along the way, as opposed to just, heading for the easy target of the easy payoff. So this is what it's reminding me of today. This sense of you don't understand the value of continuing to move forward, even though it seems, and you know what's interesting? It's not just move forward. I think that's the interesting juxtaposition now. It's not just move forward. It's moving backward to move forward. You're not actually moving backward. You're just finding yourself again. The self that you were as a pure heart and a pure soul before you became jaded. It's like you're getting back to that person, and that's the person that makes the breakthrough. That's the person that makes the success. Your true, genuine being, your true, genuine you. And that's what this week is about, to strip you of all the arrogances and all the conceits that say, because all those are based on what you think you should achieve in order to be validated, right, on the earthly plane. We're stripping those away from you this week to get you back to your true self, your true calling, your true heart, your true nature. And that's the splendor of what's happening right now in the cosmos. And this day is a reminder of that. There is defensiveness, there is frustration, but there is continuing on. Maybe you don't know what to do right now, and the best thing that you can do is just sit and be in silence. This week calls for a lot of faith to get through. It also calls for self-care. There's just a lot of remember to not just like blast other people and shove yourself on them, but who are you? Do you get to spend time with you? Do you know you? Like, who the fuck are you before you share you? That kind of energy. Allowing yourself to tap into just the energy of receiving. I know it's hot. Oh, thank you. That's a really nice message. I appreciate it. Esperanza. Thank you for that message. I looked up and I saw that. That was beautiful. I just, I feel the frustration right along with you. I feel the setbacks, and I think a lot of it is this energy of, Mercury and the sun are so close right now that basically when a planet is combust the sun, essentially what's happening is it's in service to the sun. So it's in service to the self. But I think that's making a lot of other things wonky. It's making digital failures. It's making communication failures, because Mercury can't focus on what its own realm. Instead, it's like a visiting king, but a lesser king that's visiting the sun's kingdom. And it's just got to just be all wrapped up. It's like the sun's got Mercury and all its gifts all wrapped up in what it needs. And so other stuff that Mercury maintains, that's why it's feeling like a little Mercury retrograde. If people have been like experiencing like fucking Instagram, right? Or different kind of problems with just mixed up communications, not being able to speak right? Like having your tongue tied. But that's okay, because especially when the moon is in Gemini energy reminds us to listen in order to hear what's really important to people. So maybe it's kind of a blessing in disguise. It's a sense of this is a time to just sort of like know what you don't know. Open yourself up to hearing something outside of your own head, because it will feel like a vacation for you. And that's kind of what we need by the end of this week, especially, is a vacation from ourselves. And I know that a lot of people are saying it's a way to get back to yourself, and it is. It's a way to get back to your true self, not the self that is all the craziness that you think is yourself, right? And that's why it's like whatever we're not sick of at the end of this week, we know it's because it's authentic. But this is really that time to like strip everything that isn't authentic. I saw that scene from Harry Potter. If you see the scene from one of the last movies where they're in Gringotts, they're breaking into Bellatrix's vault, and they go under this waterfall, and it washes away the polyjuice potion. That's kind of what this week is. Like you're going under the waterfall, and it's washing off everything that you've told society you were, everything you've said that you are to the public. It's washing that off, and that could feel like defeat to a lot of people, but really it's liberation. It's you being able to shed those personas off of you to get back to your real heart, your real truth. Let's go into the oracle cards. I use pop culture references all the time. No, I don't want to take them because I don't think they were right. There you go. So prosperity lies ahead. And if you just said in your head, oh, I'm sick of hearing this, I'm sick of hearing you're sick of hearing it, keep it to yourself because it's just bullshit and I don't need to hear it. If you lost faith, stop shedding that on everybody else. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset. It's not okay to infect the room with your bullshit. Okay? So I'm just going to say that right now. Everybody is struggling. Everybody is having a hard time having faith. To be able to have to lay your need on somebody else, it's just like, I mean, to relate to somebody, to say, hey, you know what, I'm struggling in the same way. But it's like to say, oh, it's just a bunch of bullshit. I'm really defensive about that right now. I just think it's really hurtful. And it's not. Prosperity lies ahead. This is your truth. If you don't believe your truth, I'm sorry. It doesn't matter if you believe your truth or not right now, though, because you're going to have to get through this week. It's just, are you going to make it more difficult on yourself, or are you going to make it less difficult? Prosperity lies ahead. It does. Have faith in your dreams. Prosperity lies ahead. Have faith in your dreams, and communication is key. This is the Gemini moon. This is the Gemini energy. I mean, it's so blunt. It's so blatant. It's so real. It's so true. There is nothing else. Communicate, have faith in your dreams. What you want, speak it, say it, reach out, communicate, and listen for it. Listen to other people maybe who are involved in what you do. This is a great time to, but I think it's reach for your dreams. This is a very productive time. It doesn't feel like it. That's the deception. But it is very, very productive. Prosperity lies ahead. Communication is key. This was part of my message yesterday. Talk about what you need. Talk about what you want. Talk about what you've always dreamed and you've always desired, but something's always getting in the way. Something's always this is getting in the way. This is getting in the way. Yes, say it, speak it out loud. Don't bastardize other people's faith when you speak, but just talk about what your truth, about what it is that you really desire and all those complications that you've had with getting it, and then share it. Say it. Have faith in your dreams. Have faith, because prosperity lies ahead, and continuing to talk and reach out to people and connect. Connection is key. That's it. Connection is key. I love to give you guys advice, especially like when I can, when it's clear. Usually my messages are for you to take the energy and do something with. It's not, here's good news, something's coming to you. Everybody wants that news. Everybody wants that message of, well, when's this thing coming to me? You are the universe. You are the universe. The universe, as above, so below. You are the universe. So when are you going to let it come in? There's a resistance there. There's a challenge. There's a defiance there of, well, you still owe me this. No one owes you shit. No one owes you shit. Good fortune is here, but it's in reverse. Invite magic in. All it tells me is what I was just saying is, like, you're not allowing the magic in. Because if you're still like, universe, prove yourself to me, you're still in disbelief. You're still in doubt. You still do not have faith. I was during the Capricorn reading that I made this realization. You can buy a new Mercedes for your lover. You can buy them season tickets to their favorite football game, which is probably more expensive than a Mercedes. You can buy them the diamond ring they've always wanted. You can shower them with affection in all these ways. But if you don't trust them and you don't believe them when they tell you things and you don't listen to their advice, you are constantly degrading everything that they are, because you're not appreciating or respecting their intrinsic value by showing them, I trust you. I will lean on you. I mean, there's no better expression of love but by trusting that this person can handle things, and that you see that they're capable and you trust their capabilities. And I just, like that just came up for some reason. It's like you do have a lot of beautiful things happening in your life. Do you appreciate them? Do you trust them? Do you understand that things will get better? Do you understand that things will clear? This is a sense of always needing to be validated, to be shown. Well, just give to me, give it. Like, yeah, you do need to receive, but you need to receive the blessings that are in front of you. This is about like opening your heart to what is coming into you, what wants to come into you. Even if it's little bits and pieces of things, even if it's not what you wanted, it's like, well, but what is there? What is coming into you? Focus on what is, and more will become. That is your key. That is your key. But I swear to God, if it's this mentality of, okay, I'm going to focus on what's this, and then I want to immediately see some, like my ships come in. I'm sorry, that's complete and total. That's not faith. That's not manifestation. That's like Veruca Salt. Satisfy me, make me happy. I do something for you just to so you prove yourself to me. I do believe in the give and take. So what is being offered to you? And what are you giving? That's the free flow. You have to work with what you have now and be grateful for it, because gratitude is what's going to expand and broaden your possibilities. Just letting you guys know. Just letting you guys know. Hi. I've been getting some really weird kind of like messages lately in my DMs. That's what I mean. That's what I also want to say, because the value in listening cannot be understated. I had a conversation, somebody reached out to me the other day, yesterday, about he said it was a business opportunity. And you know, these people on Instagram are constantly trying to shove shit at you. But I was like, okay, well, thank you for thinking of me. What drew you to my profile? And the reason why I knew that he was just a schemer, he was just in it for the money that he could make for himself, that I was just an opportunity, I was just a feast. Because it's different if it's mutual, right? But you can tell if somebody's mutual in one way. When you ask a question, do they answer it? Do they hear you? Do they respond to your concerns? Or are they just like on the vitriol roll of what they need to say? I can think of two things. I don't know what that means. LOL is those. Oh, maybe it's bots. I don't know what they are. But his profile really seemed real. And but I asked him the question. I was like, thank you for this opportunity. What is it that drew you to my profile? And he did not answer the question. He sent back another message about his talk track and what he wanted to say. And that's when I knew I wasn't having, maybe I'm having a conversation with a bot. I wasn't having a conversation. And even if I wasn't, even if he's a real person, he didn't care or think about my humanity. There wasn't this openness to exchange. It was just so closed with, but this is what I need from you. This is how I'm setting you up. This is what I'm gonna. No, if you're really interested in me, then you'll allow me to give what I can right now. Right? Right? And you'll be able to ask a basic question. You'll be able to answer a basic question. There was no listening. What a moron. He was definitely a moron. And maybe he was a bot. I don't know what it was. But that's what I'm trying to say is listen for people who listen today. That's a great energy to really tell authenticity right now. Here's Wings of Light. You know what this means? It means that you're being protected. That's what it means. And yeah, there's a sense of feeling like you're being held at. Also, I will say this. Sometimes you can be overprotected. Is something protecting you that's filled with light and connected to unconditional love? Is what is protecting you in service to unconditional love? Or are they just in service, or is it in service to your ego? Because different kinds of energies, angels, spirits will respond to and fulfill your every need. But that, like minions to the bad guy in that movie, right? But that doesn't mean they're right. Because if you're wrong, it's just going to serve your wrong. You want things that serve unconditional love and light, helping you or guiding you, even telling you you're wrong when you need to hear it. There are wings of light here. Angels are surrounding you, watching you, protecting you, protecting you. But are they protecting you from life? Are they protecting you from things moving forward? Are they protecting? Because honestly, this is the thing. Yes, sometimes we do have to fall. Sometimes we do have to mess up. This energy of helicoptering, spirit energy, it can get to a point where it's protecting you so much you get stuck. You don't get to move, right? And we have to worry about, listen, we have to be very vigilant about what we're summoning, right? Because it's not even necessarily evil energy. It's just non-productive because it's drawing on our energy. And what we need is something outside of us to guide us and to break in and to show us a different direction. That's what conversation and connection is about. Trust. But not, see that she's not, don't trust these emotions. Don't trust the sadness. Trust the spirit, trust the guide, trust the heavens, trust hope, trust faith, right? This is what we need right now. We just need to trust faith. We need to trust faith. Okay. So this is victory and success in the future that's coming out as failure. A lack of victory, a lack of success. Why did that come out? Why did that come out? Maybe it's a warning. A warning that a big old fucking failure is about to come. What does that mean? Deception and envy is also in reverse. To help you learn how to overcome any kind of arrogances or envy or deception. It's like, it's almost a sense of material and spiritual prosperity. It's to make you realize how much you have right now and to make you grateful for it, because somehow and in some way there was a lack of gratitude. But ultimately, fuck that shit. Fuck it. I'm just going to say it right now. What is this victory and success in reverse about? And how can it go fuck itself? It's about the solar plexus, which is speaking out, the fire, how getting your energy, patience, and planning. And then solitude and triumph. Okay. So it's not about the lack of victory and success. It's about if it's not being big. It's not being announced. This isn't like, it's not about an announcement. It's about finding it inside of yourself. So finding the energy again inside of yourself to reestablish and rebalance yourself. Take some time to spend some time in solitude. Give yourself that self-care, that space. Also the silence. It's like you need the sound of silence right now. And that's what's going to lead you to triumph. It's just being quiet for a while. It's just taking some fucking time to just go radio silent for a while. Interesting. Maybe I'll try that. Okay. What's up, Bambi? Oh, sorry, baby. The in-between. And Scorpio got this card. This is our first card out. The transitional period of I don't know what the fuck is going on. And isn't it kind of liberating? It is kind of liberating in a way to say, I just don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what the fuck is happening. You know what's happening? Because it just showed me a fork in the road. A fork in the road. A change in your direction to balance things out, to be fair. So a change is definitely coming to balance things out, and that's what this murkiness is right now. Something is coming up, being exposed, because something needs to be universally balanced. And this is what Saturn and Pluto are up to right now. Saturn and Pluto are just really, they're changed. That's what they are. And they've been ripping into us, man. But it's all for the sake of balance, of balancing out, of making things fair again. And everything seems really unfair right now, or maybe it's uprooted, or it just feels wonky. The wonkiness is almost like the earthquake to resettle things and expose truths that need to be exposed. It's like an earthquake happens and all of a sudden a mountain crumbles, and suddenly like this prehistoric whatever is revealed that solves all these issues and all these problems that we would never have solved with our timeline if that hadn't been exposed. It's like that's what's happening right now. The crumbling is to expose something that's sort of beneath the surface. To be fair, there's a fork in the road. There's a change. There's a change that's going to come. Okay. We have, I will hope, looking up, and I am authentic, I see. So have your aspirations outweighed your authenticity? Have you actually been true to yourself and true to who you are? Have you been your authentic self? Because that's what this unrattling is for. It's taking down, like I said, like that stream in Harry Potter, it's taking down all the falsehoods. It's letting you realize and taking away everything that isn't authentic in you, that isn't sort of your truth, is what it is. And that may mean loss of money. But how are you making money? You know, are you making money based on a lie, or are you making money based on really being and believing in who you are? That kind of thing. So yeah, I mean, depending on the level of intricacy into your life. Citrine is here. Okay. Citrine is here. Let's see what's underneath. Lapis lazuli. Life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you. And God is supporting you each step of the way. Unnecessary worries. Release the burden of worries by giving them to God for healing solutions. Faith. That's it. Bam. Shit. That they just told me. Everything's going to be okay, and this angel is really protecting you. They're not keeping you from anything you're not supposed to have. This is 100% a check-in and an unraveling. You're being liberated and freed right now. 100%. 100%. Authenticity continues. Oh, that's awesome, Michelle. So we have diversity. We have healing, and we have a bunch of other stuff. Let me read them to you. So we have diversity. The world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved. And that's what I'm talking about. Is you really want to be something special, you got to be all of you. Healing. I, the angel of healing, am with you right now. Feel my presence and my unwavering love for you. I have loved you before the dawn of time, and I will love you for all eternity. And then we have transformation. Shit. Through the great love that holds you in its embrace, you are moment by moment transforming to ever greater light, ever greater oneness, and ever greater wisdom. Prayer. No matter how difficult the situation may seem, all is possible. Ask. We are listening. Middle path. Embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life. And love. The heart of love is the heart of creation. All is possible through love. All is worthwhile for love. May all you think and feel reflect love's eternal truth. You better get ready. You better get ready, guys, because connection is key now. It's about finding the other in the self and finding the self in the other and finding the connection between the two of us. Like, how can we balance everybody with me? That's what we're looking for right now, and that's the primary theme. In other words, for a lot of you, it's partnership. It's in how you handle partnerships. It's in forming new partnerships. It's in trusting partnerships. I know, but I know. I absolutely know. So you let me know how this is going for you. And I will definitely be on here with you. Thank God and thank Instagram for solving that bug, because it's all fixed now, it seems, hopefully. But yeah, I am hopeful. Thank God this worked out. I am so grateful that this happened today and was able to happen. And yeah, I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys.